What's up guys, back with another video guys. As you can tell, we are doing another Renegade mod. This is something I found on Amazon. I think it's a newer item. I haven't seen it yet before. Something that I've been waiting for a while. And you know, it really wasn't that bad, like 30 bucks for this thing. As you guys saw, we are replacing the third tail light on the Renegade. First things first, it's not broken. There's nothing wrong with it. It's still there. The only reason why I'm trying to change it was it's a new item. I want to test it out. I want to see if it's good, give it a good review. Also, back a couple years ago, I actually got the Crux Motorsports overlay tint, and that's why it looks smoked out, which is a sweet look, which is why this item that I got is a smoked out third tail light. I'm gonna open it up, show you guys exactly what it is, how it looks, and everything comes with it. So I ordered this from Amazon. It took a few days to come in. This, I believe, is a newer item. I will link it down below. So you guys are interested, you guys can purchase it as well. Here it is. As you can see, it is all black, smoked out. It's covered up right now so it doesn't get scratched. Little protectors on the bolts that will go directly into the existing ones. This is just a replacement. It is plug and play. It's got the little port back here, you just plug right into it. This is gonna be perfect. It is actually a lot darker than I thought it was going to be. Looks really nice actually. LED, so they're gonna have the little red lines going across the top. I'm gonna show you guys next how to install it. It takes a little bit, but pretty manageable. Really shouldn't have any problems. Let's get to it. Alright guys, now that we have the back open, there are two spots that we have to start off with. Right over here, you got a rubber grommet. That should come out just like that. Same thing on the other side. Come out pretty easily. It will expose a bolt that we need to get to, but let me explain exactly what we're doing right now. Just by the sounds of what we're doing, it might scare people away, but we are going to remove the spoiler that is on the Renegade up top there. We have to do it to get to the third tail light. It's pretty straightforward. Once again, I'm going to show you guys. It should be pretty easy. Let's get started. First thing we got to do is remove this bolt. It requires a 10mm. We're just going to go in there, take it out. Now be careful because it might be easy to drop that nut. Then it also might be tough to get it out. So be very careful. If you have magnetic tools, this will definitely help you today. All right, first one's out. Let's move to the next one. Boom. It's like plain operation, guys. Okay guys, so the next thing we're gonna do is we're going to pull down this plastic trim a little bit. In between the plastic and the glass, you should be able to pull it down to expose the nuts that we need to get to next. If your hands are small enough, you could do it with your hands. If not, panel removing tools will also do just well. Okay, so before I continue, I will tell you that technically you are to remove this first, to remove this piece, because it does connect right here. We are trying to cut a corner here. You're able to expose this side enough to see all four bolts that we need to take off. You guys can go with the route I am, or you can do it the right way, take this off, to then take this off. But honestly, you can get away with not having to do this. But now, as you can see, we can see all four bolts that we need. So shortcut works, and let's go to the next step. Okay, as you can see, pulling this down exposes that one, this one down here, and this one down here. We should be able to reach them. Should also take that 10mm that we used earlier. I don't know if you guys have noticed, but these nuts have not been very, very tight. I guess that makes things easier. Be aware, it is easy to drop stuff in there. Luckily I had a magnet to take it out, but you might lose some tools. Make sure you got a magnet on standby. Okay guys, magnet, very helpful. So the next step is where you can get a little sketch to some people. Basically, we just gotta close this up. And then the spoiler's gonna be loose now. As you can see, it's coming loose. So the spoiler is still hooked on to, I believe, 4 different bolt clips. So you have to pop them off. You can tell, might be hard to see, all this is rose up. Right here there's this divot. If you can see that divot, that's the last one that's stuck. We need that one off. There might be another one right here too. Might have to get a little aggressive with it. Okay guys, that was truly a pain. That sucked. From here, disconnect the third brake light. Now that the spoiler's lifted up, this little seal here is gonna try to come up with it. That's fine, just try not to rip it. You disconnect it, there's a third brake light up here. Little spy here, just grab it and pull. So in order to get it out, there are 2 more bolts we gotta get to. Make things easier for us, I'm gonna flip it over so we can see. Here are the 2 nuts we need to get rid of the third tail light. One right here, the other one's right here. I was able to let it come down a little further so it can rest on the windshield wiper. And back here, same thing, we're just gonna take these off. This requires an 8mm. Once you have them off, should be able to just come right out. Yeah, slips right out. Now that's dirty. Let's take a rag to that first before we put the other one on. But here's the old one. We no longer need this, but you can keep it if you want in case the other one breaks. All right, so let's get rid of this. All right, looks a lot better than what it did. Let's go ahead and grab that new one and put it in. All right guys, so I'm gonna go ahead and put the new one in. I'm gonna keep this plastic on for a little bit until we take it off. But you just go ahead and insert it, should just slide right in. Now, we'll flip this back over. Let it rest here on the wiper. Gonna go ahead and put those bolts back in. Finger tighten them first, and then you're able to screw them in completely. There we go. Tight enough. Nice. All right guys, once you have it plugged in, we definitely want to make sure it is working. So I'm gonna flip it back for now. Before we get any further, I'm gonna go hit the brake light. It should light up. We'll see. So now that we have it all plugged in, ready to go, now we just got to reverse everything we did. We got to put these back in. So when it came to taking this off, you can see these 3 are still here. These 2 over here didn't come out. This one right here, this one right here. So the good thing is, I just got to pop them off. And right here, they just sit in there, push them to the edge, sit in place, and then you're able to push it back into place. Now we just got to put our 4 nuts back on. And then make sure this weather seal is sitting correctly. All right guys, We are now officially done. Only thing I have left to do is peel that plastic piece off. Let's do it. Beautiful. Just beautiful. Okay guys, so I went inside. I got a little cold, but that was the end of the video. Hope you guys liked it. A couple things I wanted to say. I did run into some issues. The 4 or 5 tabs that go into the car, I could not get it out for the life of me. It took forever. And I ran into another issue with the part itself, the new LED light. I've had this happen to me in the past before, but the 2 little prongs that stick out where you go to plug it into, one of them was just slightly cockeyed. I've had issues with this kind of stuff in the past. It wasn't horribly off, but it was off enough where it wasn't plugging in correctly and then I couldn't get it to light up. I ended up getting a little screwdriver, put it in there and bend it back. Compare the old one to the new one, make sure they looked about identical as much as I could. Finally got it to plug in correctly and it lit up. If you guys ever have that issue, you could do what I did, make it work, or technically it is a defective part, so you could easily return it, get a new one. But yeah, besides that, the product looks nice, bright. It's definitely brighter than it was. I like how dark it looks. It looks very dark. If you guys are interested in the same product, I will link it down below. If you guys are interested in the other smoked look, go through my videos under the Renegade stuff page, and you can see all the different stuff I've done. Thank you for watching, guys. Catch you guys in the next one.